This is just, how do I differentiate that question? No deeper meaningful understanding. Sine becomes cos. That's all there is to it. But you've still got the 10. So the 10 stays there. And what do I call it? Come on, humour me. 10's there for the ride. Doesn't do anything. It just makes the sine curve 10 times steeper. 10 times more accentuated. So instead of the curve going like that, it's going like that. That's all it does. So the gradient, so remember, talking about this as a gradient. A 10 with a sine curve means it's going to be a much steeper gradient. How much steeper? That much steeper. That's all it is. Next one. So a lot of you can then look at that one and just go, okay. Just turn the sine into cos. And what do I call this bit here? The inside. And every function, every question we do, we have to times by the derivative of the inside times by 10. So the answer is just, so everyone looks at that and they just go, well, okay, it's just 10 cos of 10x. And some people put the brackets in, some people don't. If I didn't put that bracket in, would it matter if I didn't? Is it obvious that that's cos 10x? Yes, bit debatable. But this one, it's, you have to. Okay, so the derivative is 5 cos, and I'm gonna write it this time here as 11. Inside stays the same. I tend to do my little double arrow on that one to say stays the same. Oh my goodness, so easy to write that. And then what do we got to times by? 3. What is 3? The derivative of the inside. So I'm not going hard here. We don't have to do 10, but the syllabus has one little twist on 10, which we'll deal with later on. So cos becomes a negative sign. The half there. Half there for the ride, that's a negative sign. Questions done? Next one. So these are all really straightforward. Like, so what have we got now? Negative for sine of the inside stays the same, like it does with E and like it does with square roots and everything else. Don't forget your negative. What do we have to multiply by? 2. So you could look at it and just go, you could look at this, go 2 4s are 8 and write sine 2x minus 7. And then remember to put the minus on. It's up to you. Now the big one, make sure you're concentrating for this. This really makes people's brains up. Sine 10x to the power of 3. Yes, mate.
I'll let you finish off that first.
That little 3 there means that we've got a bracket with a 3. And people just don't think it. So what's this become? Starts with C, H, A. So the chain rule comes back everywhere. Came back in E's, square roots, denominators. So what's the rule for the chain rule? You could go let u equal that and do all the other differentiation if you wanted to. Or you can just go 3 bracket sine 10x squared. Now what's the trap? People get so brainwashed with thinking cos, they'll write that as cos by accident. So that's my little double arrow thing. The inside stayed there. Same. So not only did they say the same when you go from cos to sine or sine to cos, chain rule, the inside stays the same. And then the big one, times by the derivative of the inside. Sine becomes cos with a 10. Is the question done? Now, I didn't finish writing this up. So we've got a 30. Cos of 10x, most people would probably put a bracket there. No, go bracket. Oops, no, I wouldn't have to go bracket. I can just go sine squared 10x. That little squared goes back to there. That's the answer. You can see what makes people up, big time. Some of you see this. 6, let's do it again. 10x. I'm just going to go 3 sine squared 10x. If that works for some people's brains. What have I forgotten? And the inside is actually sine 10x, so you go 10 cos 10x. the derivative of that whole inside section is just 10 cos 10x. So do you have to write any of this rubbish? Not if you understand it's just 3 with a 2. So this is back to the DD. We're differentiating. The 3 becomes a 2. It's interesting. This is no longer about sine and cos, it's about the fact that we've got a power of 3. Yeah? Eyeballs looking. I'm looking at your eyeballs because I see most people get that wrong. So if I put that in the next test, I can't remember. Probably. You alright? Feel like I need to do this for a couple of people. Walk in the next test and it says y equals cos of 3x plus 10. Oh, I keep going 10 for some reason, I don't know why. Differentiate that. What do we got? Let's call that 7. 2 cos 3x plus 10 to the 1. But then you go to, remember to go times by minus sine 3x plus 10 with a 3. A bit revolting. That really much people's brains up. There you go, it's minus 6 cos of 3x plus 10 sine of 3x, and most people would probably write the sine first instead of cos. Or, okay.